Piper Tarot. I'm here to do your weekend collective message for each sign. So we're looking at Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm going to pull a card for each sign for each day. So there'll be 3 cards, one for each day for each sign. And I will put the timestamps in the comments so you can go right to your sign. So this will be a collective message for each sign for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It'll be a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's call in spirit. Okay. Happy Halloween to everyone. Let's start with Aries. Let's see what your weekend looks like. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys have really liked these type of readings, so I'm going to continue to do them. If you're new here and you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want. Let's take a look for Aries. Angels, guides, ancestors, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the sign of Aries, please. All placements of Aries, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please. For Friday. We have the Six of Pentacles for Saturday. We have the Eight of Swords for Sunday. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, back of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So the overall energy for the weekend is all about family, spending time together with the Ten of Pentacles here. This could be about family money. This could be about inheritance. It's feeling like a social gathering of some sort. But the overall energy for the weekend, for the 31st, 1st, and the 2nd, for you, Aries, is about basically having fun together with your family. Perhaps you're having a party, anything like that that has to do with family unit, your home, sharing your family values, traditions, sharing your home, having a party, anything like that. So that's the overall energy. For Friday, watch your finances a little bit. You could be a little bit spending a little bit without thinking. So keep that in mind when it comes to the Six of Pentacles. Somebody also may be being very generous towards you and giving you money as well with the Six of Pentacles. But it feels like you're being a little bit more giving. You could be giving to charity. You could be giving to others. This is kind of like, this is like what Halloween is all about. When the trick-or-treaters come around, they put their hand out and you give them something. So you could be generous today when it comes to giving. So you could be giving 2 candy bars instead of 1, something like that. But you need to kind of watch that a little bit. You're being a little bit generous today. So keep an eye on your finances. But you are being very generous today. On Saturday, we have the Eight of Swords. Basically, you're seeing yourself as no longer trapped. You're seeing yourself very independent on Saturday. No longer trapped within a situation. Taking back your independence. Moving away from something that no longer serves you. And on Sunday, I see the Queen of Pentacles. You're sitting pretty basically here. With the Queen of Pentacles, feeling very generous again, as I saw you on Friday, feeling good about yourself and the generosity that you have given. It's almost like you're sitting in your power. You've taken your power back. You're seeing your independence. You're being very charitable. And with the Queen of Pentacles here on Sunday, you could be just being very gracious about what you've done and feeling good about what you've given. So that's the overall energy for you, Aries, for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's move on to Taurus. Again, I will put the timestamps in the comment section. Okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Taurus, please, Spirit. For Friday, for Taurus, please. Happy Halloween, Taurus. For Friday, please, Spirit, for Taurus. We have the Seven of Cups for Saturday for Taurus, please. We have the Queen of Swords, and for Sunday, we have the Two of Swords. Back of the deck, we have the Empress. So this is all about the overall energy is giving new life, feeling some abundance. That's an overall very good feeling for the weekend for you, Taurus, is feeling the gift of life, feeling newness. You could be pregnant. There is a new life or a new abundance coming in for you. So this is a very good card for you to have for the weekend. On Friday, I'm feeling like, you're seeing the reality of a situation on Friday, Taurus. So whatever you have been disillusioned by, you are seeing the reality of the situation at this time. On Saturday, you have the Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords, I feel like you're sitting back and you're contemplating on your next move. You could be feeling some anxiety about what to do next on Saturday. You may have a little bit of loneliness at this time as well on Saturday, or carrying some type of burden or something that you have to figure out. And you really could be contemplating on what your next move will be. And then on Sunday, I feel like there's a balance that's been restored here with the Two of Swords here. So perhaps you're feeling a little bit off balance on Saturday, and then come Sunday, it feels like a restoring of some type of balance. And you've rested before you've taken the action. So you could be just contemplating on your next move, taking a moment before you take action on Sunday, but it feels like you've decided on what you're going to be doing, and then you're going to take action after this. But yeah, it's like you're contemplating on your next move. Balance will be restored on Sunday, and then you're going to be taking action about what you were thinking about on Saturday. So that's the messages I have for you, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let's move on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, happy Halloween. Angels, guides, ancestors, most important message for the sign of Gemini for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please. Messages for Friday for Gemini. Messages for Friday for Gemini, please. All right. We have the Four of Pentacles. Messages for Gemini for Saturday. We have the High Priestess. Messages for Gemini on Sunday, please. And we have the Six of Swords. Back of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. So the overall energy with the Page of Swords for the weekend here, it feels like you could be using your intuition or being insightful about what you're realizing. You could be reading about something and really reading more into what you're reading. You could be very insightful about the information that's come in for you. Somebody could be sending you a message of sort, and you could be really reading between the lines within the message, is what I'm feeling like. So it's like something is being sent to you, or a document is in front of you, or a book or something, but you're reading between the lines and you see more information within what is given to you. It could also be a message that is being sent to you, and you're using your intuition to really read between the lines here. So it's the overall energy for the weekend. So utilizing that instinct of yours. On Friday, you could be kind of holding on to your finances at this time, maybe saving it for a rainy day, but you're basically kind of holding on to things at this time. Perhaps you've been a little spending a little bit too much money lately, and you could be kind of holding back on spending on Friday. On Saturday, we have the High Priestess here, and you have a little bit of a glitch here. You're not following your intuition on Saturday. Perhaps, not listening to that intuitive nature of yourself with the High Priestess here, and holding back your true feelings about something. Again, maybe you've come to learn about something or reading between the lines here, and you're really holding back your true feelings about what you feel about that. And then on Sunday, I have the Six of Swords here. There's some type of chaotic, turbulent water that you're in on Sunday. So something could be going on with the Six of Swords here being reversed. You may be feeling like you're trapped within some type of event that is really chaotic. So you could be dealing with some type of chaotic event coming in on Sunday here, Taurus. Did I say Taurus or Gemini? I forget where I'm at now. Let me pause. Okay, sorry about that, Gemini. I had to backtrack a little bit to figure out where I was. So the overall for you, Gemini, is that you could be getting a message of some sort coming in, or something that you read where you're reading between the lines and seeing something within the message. And then on Friday, you're going to be holding on to your wealth a little bit. You may have been spending a little bit too much money, so you're holding on to your finances a little bit. On Saturday, you may be holding back your true feelings about something that you really are intuitive about. And then on Sunday, there could be some type of turbulence or some kind of chaotic event that you're in on Sunday. So that's the messages that I have for you, Gemini. Let's move on to Virgo, please. Sorry about that. I guess I haven't had enough coffee this morning. I'm like, where am I? All right, let's move on to Virgo. More coffee for me. Okay, Virgo, happy Halloween. Let's see what your messages are for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Messages for Virgo for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please, Spirit. For Friday, for Virgo. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse position. Messages for Virgo for Saturday, please. We have the Queen of Swords. Messages for Virgo for Sunday, please. Oh. And we have the Three of Wands. Back of the deck, we have the King of Cups in the reverse position. Okay. So the overall energy for the weekend here with the King of Cups for you, Virgo, in the reverse position, it's making me feel like you could be dealing with somebody that's difficult to please this weekend. So that's the overall feeling. Or it could be that you're difficult to please this weekend, Virgo. No matter what you do, there could be just kind of, you could be dealing with somebody that is difficult to please, or it's just you. That you could be dealing with, all of the festivities of Halloween or this weekend, and you really just don't want to be part of it. So you could be a little bit grumpy. You could also be dealing with somebody that's that way this weekend. On Friday, we have the Four of Cups here in the reverse position as well. And being reversed, you could be kind of looking at life in a new way. You could be having some new hopes and dreams. Perhaps you were very bored before, but you kind of have a better insight on how life is moving along now, and you have new hopes and dreams as you are starting your Friday here. You have a brighter outlook on things. It seems like you've kind of been perhaps in a space where you have been bored or a lack of direction, but this is now turned around and you're feeling a brighter outlook on life now. On Saturday, you could be contemplating your next move on what you're wanting to do. You could be spending a lot of time alone, really thinking about what you want to do next on Saturday. Perhaps you do see the bright outlook on life now moving forward, but you're not sure exactly what direction you want to take. So you're going to be thinking a lot about that on Saturday. On Sunday, you have the Three of Wands here, and I feel like you're really looking out to the horizon and seeing that seeing what the world is all about, and almost like you're taking on a new direction here, and ready to start that move towards those goals here. So it's almost like you see things in a new perspective. You're seeing new hopes and dreams. You're contemplating your next move, and then you get up and you're about ready to walk forward. This is the same girl, and it doesn't have to be female. You don't have to be female, but this is the same girl. You're like sitting and contemplating, and now you're ready to move with the Three of Wands here. So you could be anxiously awaiting to start your new journey here. You could also be reflecting on the past before you make the next move on Sunday. So that's the messages I have for you, Virgo. Let's move on to Cancer. Happy Halloween, Cancer. Let's take a look at your weekend. Angels, guides, ancestors, most important message for the sign of Cancer for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, October 31st, November 1st, and 2nd, please. Messages for Friday for Cancer. We have the Sun card. Messages for Cancer on Saturday, please. We have two cards. We have the Lovers and we have the Knight of Pentacles. And for Sunday, we have the Star card. The back of the deck, we have the Fool. So this is all about a new adventure, new life, not knowing exactly where you're going. So this is the Fool's journey. So you're starting off afoot. This is the overall feeling for the weekend. You could be starting on a new journey yourself. There could be some newness that's come in for you. You're ready to explore and take on the world. You don't know what is ahead for you. You may be stepping off a cliff and not knowing exactly what is right below you. It's like you have no care in the world, and that's what it feels like for you for the weekend with the Fool. On Friday, you have the Sun card, which is the happiest card in the deck. It feels like freedom. It feels like happiness. It feels like you want to dance. You're on this Fool's journey. You're very happy. You don't know what the future holds, but the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck, and you're definitely feeling alive, and the sun is radiating through you, and you're very, very happy. On Saturday, we have a little bit of a change of energy here with the Lovers in the reverse position and the Knight of Pentacles. So perhaps this new journey that you're on is due to some type of breakup that you've gone through, with the Lovers card being reversed, and with the Knight of Pentacles being reversed as well. You could be dealing with somebody that either cheated you out of what is rightfully yours. It could be somebody that you were in a relationship with, or this person could have just cheated on you. And perhaps that's why you're walking away from this person and starting off on a new journey. It doesn't have to be, but either a relationship or some type of situationship where there's been an ending or a separation from this person, and there could be somebody that could be cheating you out of what is rightfully yours or cheated on you. And then on Sunday, I see a wish fulfillment here that's being made with the star card. So whatever you've wished for is going to be granted for you on Sunday. So I definitely see a wish fulfillment coming true for you on Sunday, Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. Happy Halloween, Leo. Let's see what the weekend has in store for you. Angels, guides, ancestors, most important message for the sign of Leo for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For Friday, please, Spirit. For Leo. We have the Six of Swords for Saturday for Leo. We have the World card for Sunday for Leo. We have the High Priestess in the back of the deck. We have the Strength card. Okay. So the overall feeling for the weekend is the Strength in the reverse position. You're feeling like you're not strong enough to get through something over the weekend. Perhaps something has happened and you feel like you're not strong enough. This is Leo energy, so this could be just you. The overall feeling is you, Leo, with the Strength card. But you as a Leo, you're feeling like you're not able to get through something. You're feeling like you're not strong enough to get through something. And I'm seeing on Friday that you are moving away from turbulence. You're moving towards calmer waters here. You have been in such chaos that you are now getting in the boat, taking your belongings, and moving away from what no longer serves you. On Saturday, I definitely see some unfinished business with the World card being reversed. So something that you're wanting to come to an end here, perhaps moving away from this turbulent water or whatever is no longer serving you. There could be some unfinished business that you have to deal with this situation on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I feel like you are holding back your true feelings with the High Priestess being reversed. So perhaps dealing with the situation that no longer serves you, you're holding back your true feelings about the whole situation. So that's what the messages I have for you, Leo. Let's move on to Libra. Happy Halloween, Libra. Let's see what the weekend has in store for you. If you like these readings, please give me a thumbs up, please. Messages for Libra, please, for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please. Messages for Libra, October 31st through November 2nd. Messages for Friday for Libra, please. Messages for Libra for Friday. Okay, we have two cards. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Empress for Saturday, please. We have the King of Swords. And for Sunday for Libra, please. And we have the Two of Cups in the reverse position. Back of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. So the overall feeling for the weekend is the Ace of Swords. It feels like you're really being logical about your thinking. You're being logical about what your next move is going to be with the Ace of Swords being in the upright position. So really utilizing your intellect in order to move towards what it is that you're wanting to do. The Ace of Swords is all about intellect, power, using your strength, your courage, leading yourself to victory. So putting mind over matter, in other words, having the courage and determination to go after what it is that you wanting to do. And that is the overall feeling for the weekend. On Friday, Libra, we have the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. It feels like you're going to feel very abundant when it comes to family get-togethers, sharing your home. This could be a Halloween party. There is definitely a new life, a new giving to a situation. You could be cherishing your children at this time. You could be pregnant. You could be sharing that with your family for Halloween. There could be some type of party. But a lot of people are very happy, and it seems like the home, the family, everyone is having a great time, and there's a lot of abundance here. On Saturday, we have the King of Swords here in the upright position. I feel like on Saturday, you're basically using your leadership skills and being very disciplined and logical about a situation. Perhaps that's what this Ace of Swords about, having that determination, using mind over matter in order to get what it is that you're wanting to get. So you really could be thinking about this logically on Saturday. On Sunday, we do have the Two of Cups here, and it feels like there could be some type of broken relationship or a conflict of interest on Sunday that you could be dealing with another person on Sunday. So some type of conflict of interest. It could just be a domestic, conflict where you're in a disagreement or something like that. And it may have to do with this logical thinking, this determination in order to do what it is that you're wanting to do. And it could come as a conflict with somebody else. So that's the messages I have for you, Libra. Let's move on to Scorpio. Happy Halloween, Scorpio. I hope that you're all doing well. Let's see what the weekend's going to bring for you. Messages for Scorpio for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, October 31st through November 2nd, please. Messages for Friday for Scorpio. We have the Ten of Swords. Messages for Scorpio for Saturday, please. We have the Seven of Wands. Messages for Scorpio for Sunday. And we have the Seven of Cups. Back of the deck, we have the Star card in the reverse position. Okay. So the overall feeling for the weekend for you, Scorpio, is an unfulfilled wish fulfillment that you're feeling as an overall feeling for the weekend. So maybe something has not come to fruition that you've wished for, with the Star being in the reverse position. Perhaps you've put out into the universe or tried to manifest something, and something has not come to fruition for you that you've been hoping for and wishing for. Or you could just be doubting your own ability to manifest what it is that you're wanting to manifest. On Friday, we have the Ten of Swords here. You're definitely laying down your burden. Things are looking up for you at this time. Perhaps you've been oppressed by a lot of difficult things in the past, and now it is being released. So you have a brighter outlook on life now with the Ten of Swords being in the reverse position. Scorpio, on Saturday, it seems like you're doing some mind, body, spirit kind of cleansing with the Seven of Wands here, really going within and thinking about what it is that you're wanting in life here. Perhaps working on that manifestation in order to bring in what it is that you're wanting. You may be feeling like the overall feeling feels like you're not able to do this, but you are. You have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you're wanting. And this is an indication that you are on a new journey here, a new beginning, and new life is coming in for you. Some new things, and the balance that you have for yourself, mind, body, spirit, is very important here. So you may want to do some meditation work on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I see you really using your imagination and thinking about what it is that you really want. Really, could be daydreaming about the things that you hope for in the future, and unsure of where you want your future to go. But you do have the ability to transcend your life in any way that you want to. you keep doubting yourself, but you do have the ability. It's mind, body, spirit here, and you have a new life beginning for you that you're going to be thinking about a lot this weekend here, Scorpio. So let's move on to Sagittarius. Happy Halloween, Sagittarius. Let's see what your weekend looks like. Messages for Sagittarius, please. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. October 31st through November 2nd. Messages for Friday for Sagittarius. We have the Knight of Swords. Messages for Saturday for Sagittarius, please. We have the Five of Swords. Messages for Sagittarius for Sunday, please. And we have the Strength card. Back of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. A little bit of a heavier energy for you, Sagittarius, for the weekend. With the Knight of Pentacles, as the overall feeling for the weekend, you could be just kind of feeling like you just want to kind of work. You could be working over the whole weekend. You could be just being persistent about making money, checking off the boxes, getting some work done, something like that. Even if you're not working physically, it could be that you're wanting to get things done at home. So being persistent about checking off your checkoff list. So that's the overall feeling I feel for you, Sagittarius, for the weekend, is basically getting things done. With the Knight of Swords on Friday, it seems like you're running towards something. You could be just being the hero of something or making something better. And that could be why you're wanting to check this list off. There could be some home projects that you're wanting to do to really getting something done. You could be coming to somebody's rescue as well on Friday and helping them out in some sort of way. But I definitely see you as the hero on Friday of some sort, either the hero of getting things done that you're wanting to get done or coming to somebody's aid on Friday. On Saturday, you have the Five of Swords. It seems like you're having some type of mental conflict on Saturday, perhaps not knowing what direction to go towards, or perhaps after what you've gone through on Friday, you now have given yourself a headache. You have some mental conflict about what you did or what you're going to do. And it feels like it's a very heavy burden for you on Saturday. You may not be feeling the best as well on Saturday. You could be having a headache. There could be an internal conflict that you're going through as well. You could also have somebody whispering your ear, kind of nagging at you, maybe about getting something done off your list that you're wanting to get done or coming to the aid of them. But it seems like somebody could be nagging you and giving you a headache on Saturday. On Sunday, you have the Strength card. So this is Leo energy. Perhaps, getting through this weekend, you finally get to Sunday and you've been very strong as you've gotten through this situation that caused a lot of mental conflict. And you finally get to a place where you have the strength and ability to get through and persevere through the challenges that perhaps you're wanting to get through the weekend, that checkoff list that you're wanting to get through, and dealing with this mental conflict and nagging person in your ear. All right, let's move on to Capricorn. Happy Halloween, Capricorn. Let's see what the weekend has in store for you. Again, these are general readings. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Capricorn, messages for Capricorn for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please, Spirit. Messages for Capricorn for Friday, please. We have the Four of Wands. Message for Capricorn for Saturday, please. We have the Knight of Cups. Messages for Capricorn on Sunday, please. And we have the Two of Wands. The back of the deck, the overall feeling, and it's the Moon card. So with the Moon being in the shadow here, this is Pisces, Cancer energy here. It's a shared energy with the Moon. You could be up in your head over the weekend, really being, thinking about things subconsciously. You really could be overthinking things over the weekend, Capricorn. On Friday, it seems like you're going to some type of party. There could be a get-together. It could be a wedding. It could be just a party of some sort. It could be a Halloween party. There could be a marriage or a wedding that you're going to as well. But it seems like you're very happy. There's a lot of dancing, singing, happiness here on Friday. Again, it could be just a Halloween party that you're going to. On Saturday, you have the Knight of Cups here. It seems like somebody is... there's a sort of a player energy here on Saturday that you could be dealing with, the Knight of Cups here. Somebody that is not the most sincere type of person. They could be, I'm hearing, what is the word? What is the term? Drunk texting. There could be some type of message coming in where somebody's drunk texting you or drunk calling you on Saturday. So keep that in mind here. This is a person that is a bit of a player with the Knight of Cups being reversed. A deceptive person, somebody that doesn't have real true intentions towards you. So keep that in mind. And then on Sunday, we have the Two of Wands here. And I feel like, you're contemplating on what decision to make. There could be some type of decision that you need to make about something. You could just be focused on some type of common, a goal that you're wanting to achieve, and you're trying to figure out how to achieve that goal, going one way or the other in order to achieve what it is that you're wanting to do on Sunday. Let's move on to Aquarius. Happy Halloween, Aquarius. Let's see what your weekend looks like. Angels, guides, ancestors, most important message for Aquarius, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please. For Friday, messages for Aquarius for Friday, please. We have the Nine of Swords, messages for Aquarius on Saturday, please. We have the Queen of Cups, messages for Aquarius on Sunday, please. And we have the Seven of Swords. Back of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Okay. A little bit of a stranger energy, a lot of blues here. I'm feeling like you may not be feeling very... I feel like you're going to be feeling a little bit more down, Aquarius, through this weekend, as I'm seeing a lot of blue color. It doesn't necessarily mean depression, but I feel like, kind of going within pretty much over the weekend. The Five of Cups being in the shadow for the overall feeling, it feels like you're contemplating on what to do next here. It seems like you've got a lot of spilled cups here. You could be all up in your head about... the Five of Cups being here. You could have some disappointment. There could be a relationship that you're very disappointed in, or relationships you've been disappointed in. There could be also a marriage disappointment. There could be some regrets that you have as well, from some type of more heart-centered situation, and just disappointment in life in general, regret, there's loss, etc. And you see all the spilled cups around you, but what you don't see right behind you is another cup of fulfillment. But you don't even want to look at that. You don't care about the offer. You're just looking, and you have a lot of regret on what you've gone through. And that's the overall feeling for the weekend. And that's why I see a lot of blue here. It feels like you're all up in your head. there is regret, there is loss, there is stuff that you're going through internally, and it feels like it's taking over the entire weekend here. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse position for Friday. It does seem like you have been going through this for quite some time. There is a lot of regret. There's loss. There could have been a marital disappointment or divorce, breakup, something like that, or just a domestic situation where, there's been a loss here. But things are looking better for you as far as your health. Perhaps this put a lot of strain on your physical body, going through all of this upsetness, this loss, this regret, etc. But, your health is improving perhaps now that you've moved away from this situation. We do have the Queen of Cups here as well for Saturday. So Saturday, it looks like this feels like just you, Aquarius. You're a kind, compassionate person. You have a great imagination. You have a really great personality. And I feel like you're coming back to yourself is what it feels like. So it's like you've gone through a lot of regret and loss, and that's the overall feeling for the weekend. But your health is starting to get better, and you're coming back to who you really are, is what it feels like by Saturday. It's almost like you're churning up what is inside of you, and it's coming out again. So it's like Spirit keeps saying to me, like, the water is boiling. So your true sense, your true nature is coming out again, Aquarius, after some heavy burden, loss, regret, etc. So things are looking up for you, and you're really feeling like yourself again by Saturday. On Sunday, we have the Seven of Swords here. It feels like with the Seven of Swords being upright, you could be like saying, okay, let me get out. Let me start to move forward in my life. But you kind of backtrack in a way. You're kind of like, okay, I'm not quite ready to get out there just yet. I have gone through so much. There's been a lot of regret, a lot of loss, etc. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to feel like myself again. And you may want to kind of walk out and see the sunshine again. But it's like you start walking towards the sun and happiness, and you get kind of pulled back down into that regret, loss place. So I feel like your emotions could be a little bit like this over the weekend. But I do feel like you're coming out and becoming yourself again. And you may just have to take baby steps to get out there again, to really feel like yourself again. It's almost like you have a lot of healing to do. You're on your way, but there's a lot more healing that needs to be done until you can step into that happiness, into that sun feeling where you can take off that hood, put your face in the sun, feel happy. For now, you have a lot of healing work that needs to go on, but it is happening. You are coming back to your true self here. Let's move on to Pisces, last but not least. Happy Halloween, Pisces. I hope that you're doing well. Let's see what the weekend has in store for you. Messages for Pisces, please, Spirit, for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, October 31st through November 2nd. Messages for Friday for Pisces. Messages for Friday for Pisces, please. Messages for Friday. We have the Six of Cups. Messages for Saturday for Pisces, please. Two of Swords. Messages for Sunday for Pisces, please. And we have the Strength card. In the back of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. So overall, Pisces, for the weekend, it could feel like things are a little bit off balance for you. For whatever reason, with the Two of Pentacles being reversed here, it feels like Pisces, you're not quite feeling like yourself, is what it feels like for me for for the overall feeling with the Two of Pentacles. This could just be misplaced priorities as well for you on for the overall weekend. But it feels like, it doesn't feel like you're quite feeling like yourself, and that's making you feel a little imbalanced for the weekend. On Friday, you have the Six of Cups here in the reverse position. There's an upcoming situation that you could be thinking about on Friday. There's some type of upcoming situation. It could be tied to the past. Let me clarify that for you, Pisces. What is this upcoming situation of Six of Cups, please, Spirit? We have the Queen of Wands. So with the Queen of Wands, clarifying this upcoming situation, the Queen of Wands is basically is telling me that it's like it's an upcoming situation where you're going to feel more confident within yourself. And I feel like you're not really feeling like yourself as an overall. So it's like Spirit is telling me that overall this weekend, you're not feeling quite like yourself, but you will be feeling more like yourself very, very soon here. So perhaps you've gone through something that has made you feel a little bit imbalanced, but Spirit is reminding you that on Friday, even though you're feeling imbalanced, there's an upcoming situation where you're going to feel a lot more confident with yourself moving forward. So that's just a reminder from Spirit that even though you're not feeling quite like yourself this weekend, perhaps, you know, it could be something like me. I'm a Pisces. I'm still recovering from surgery, so I can't really go out and have fun with Halloween today. But, you know, I'm remaining confident here as I heal, things will get better. So that's just an example. So you could be Pisces going through something similar where you're not quite feeling like yourself, but Spirit is reminding you that, you know, there's an upcoming situation where you're going to feel a little more confident about yourself. On Saturday, you have the Two of Swords here in the reverse position. Two of Swords being reversed for Saturday makes me feel like you could be dealing with somebody that could be lying to you on Saturday or just not telling you the entire truth. But it's almost like you intuitively know what they're saying is not the truth. And then on Sunday, Pisces, you could be feeling like you're not strong enough or have the inability to be strong through a situation, but you do. This is Leo energy. So overall, the weekend looks like you could be a little bit up in your head about not feeling very balanced, perhaps by whatever it is you're going through. Spirit is reminding you that there is an upcoming situation where you're going to feel a lot more confident about yourself. Okay. You could be dealing with somebody that is, you know, making you feel this imbalance throughout the weekend. And you may be feeling like you're not strong enough or have the ability to get out of a situation where it's making you feel imbalanced. But Spirit is reminding you that you do, and it's coming in very soon for you, Pisces. So that's the messages I have for you for the weekend for October 31st through the 2nd. I hope that you enjoyed the readings. I will link all the signs in the comment section so you can just click on that to go right to your timestamp. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Halloween. Namaste.